POV. The guy she tells you not to worry about. What are you gonna do? Breastfeed? You look like Chucky's non-binary child. No, go to bed. Bro, shut up, Fortnite profile picture. You have an anime profile picture. I guess we are both insecure about showing our faces online. Other mineral sunscreen. You look like my cousin's drawings of a pineapple. 1 out of 10 dad, because you saved me. Didn't save your haircut though, my boy. You look like a lesbian Jeffrey Dahmer. Why is she looking surprised like she hasn't seen that before? Hi everyone, GTA 6 will now release on Thursday, November 19th, 2026. It took 1 year to build me. The Empire State Building has a Twitter account. There's your new iPhone 11. That's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. And I've looked in the mirror. Why are you both holding the door open for a boy? That's the problem right there. You look like rain would melt you. Genghis Khan built the largest empire in human history. His army killed 1 out of every 10 people alive, and he called it peace. A ridiculous huge percentage of the world's human population may be related to Khan. Explains my mediocre dong size. Starlink service is now active in Ukraine. Thanks, appreciate it. How are you tweeting and fighting? The same way you're tweeting and not getting any women. The big guy does charity work by going to a blind barber. Oh my god, that lip is huge. She looks like someone with a peanut allergy that just won a peanut butter eating contest. Her French kiss includes Belgium. Pablo Escobar used to announce drug prices on the radio every morning at 8 AM without the fear of government. Meanwhile, here you are posting a video of a movie too scared to share its name. Dude looks like the final boss of volunteer firefighters. Man looks like a golem, but instead of rocks, he's made from a barbershop floor. Throwback Thursday to my stupid hair I got at 21. I would ask for ID if you were buying chocolate milk. They'd get asked for ID buying an energy drink. His character looks like a WWE. Create a character where you max out the belly but keep the abs. Lol, you have never got with a pretty girl. Ever. Could be said about any dude who ever smashed you. Why are you so full of hate for people you don't even know? Bro is shaped like Unreal Engine's default character asset. Nobody likes you. Nobody thinks you're beautiful. Nobody cares about you. I know. Hi, I am nobody. Nobody has bad taste. Peace was not an option. Not all fat people die early. Skinny ones die too. Yeah, but I'll fit in my coffin. What does your hairdresser do for a job? Broke men are hurting American women's marriage prospects. Lots of insecure men replying to this one. You literally have your Cash App in your Twitter bio. Pipe down, you tramp. And your dad sends me money. What of it? At least you made more of an effort than your actual dad. To be clear, I strongly believe in crypto, but it can't drive a massive increase in fossil fuel use, especially coal. Billy, when you made Dogecoin, did you try to consider energy usage, or was that not something you thought of? How can the dev community make Doge more efficient? I made Doge in like 2 hours. I didn't consider anything. This dude is built like an action figure, and Linus is built like the guy who collects them. Steiny is what happens when a ventriloquist dummy gains sentience. Is your dad a pirate? No, why? Because you're a treasure. My dad abandoned me. Well, an abandoned treasure. Started realizing women appreciate the fact that you've made plans sometimes even more than the plan itself. It's the pre-thought part that has them. Local man discovers effort. This is not just for women, this goes for guys too. Please don't reject this man from our school. If you've seen this guy's speech, it sounds oddly familiar. So you're not smart. Got it. That's disappointing. Sweetie, I'll have you know I'm at the very top of the bell curve where the smart people are. Darling, you have yet to give me evidence of that. Want to try again? I was making fun of myself. The top of the bell curve is the average IQ. Okay, why do I feel like your IQ has actually dropped recently? Because I'm interacting with idiots like you. There is expanding foam with rat poison, or metal shards to keep rodents out. I doubt OP used that type of foam though. This is not the work of someone who outsmarts the rats. Teamwork is not making the dream work in this video. When I was a kid, I always wanted to be a cop. Hell, I even wanted to be a hero. And body cams and cell phones showed me that there's people who were not the heroes we were taught to believe. And that taught me they were cowards. I'm just glad that you didn't become an English teacher. Leaving girls on red is funny, because it must really suck to be left on red by a guy that's 5'7", has no friends or ambition whatsoever, had a 2.6 GPA in community college, and the closest thing to a hobby he has is tweeting meaningless stuff to followers that don't care. No, we care. I remember the time I was really sick, and me being skinny naturally, I lost even more weight during the sickness. My friends came to visit and said I was in 2D. Single father of 12, looking for a nice woman to come and share my world. Him and his disciples can stay where they're at. Jacob sometimes low-key reminds me of a 90s anime depiction of an American. Quick and easy dinner today. Mexican food would hit the Nordics like smallpox hit the natives. My friend sent me. Blind date? More like an ambush. What did you cut those with? Your fist? Bro, it looks like you're allergic to life. So dense he would sink in mercury. Why are there handicap spots at church? Is your head for decoration? America rap music most funny. Male musician. I'm a pervert. I like dirty women. I like butt. Female musician. I'm a dirty woman. Look at my butt. This is the only message in West music. Getting roasted by an ambulance is crazy. Wee woo, wee woo. Who's a celebrity that people wouldn't find attractive if they weren't famous? Every time a girl has said Post Malone was cute, I almost threw up in my mouth. Is that the guy who looks like a school detention desk? Tyra Banks looks like she just left the set of Jurassic Park. Whenever I get a stack of resumes, I immediately throw half of them in the garbage. I don't want unlucky people working in our department. Reddit Hivemind, after realizing that they are looked at as the weird social media by other social medias, the term Redditor is literally used as an insult on other apps. On other apps, it's used as an insult here. She's feeling like a Glee episode. That's not a good thing. My 7-year-old got mad at his brother and called him ugly, and his brother got really upset about it and started crying. They're identical twins. Identical twins. My checkmark is real. That checkmark is as real as my YouTube career. Claims to be a fact checker, yet spreads misinformation and AI-induced propaganda. You look like the kind of person who would struggle to count while wearing oven mitts. What happens to men who go their entire life having never known the mere embrace of a woman? Do they eventually turn into a shriveled moldy husk? They post her. Slugged up Florida girl. If hot dog water was a person, why are her teeth so yellow? Are they gold? Like what the? Real estate just seemed too slow for me. Spend $300K for $1,700 a month? Bro, you're really out here acting like Warren Buffett, while your credit score looks like a bowling average. Yo, do you take HDMI or DisplayPort? Dude's made up of leftover body parts. He looks like a lightly microwaved Ken doll after being dipped in wood glue. You look like a merge of all the Mr. Beast members. You look like Elmer's glue. Bro's fingers look like they just got out of a pool. Why as Americans are we worried? You're American, of course you're not worried. Empathy is not on the McDonald's menu. Filth, all of you. You're literally a car. Maybe he was. Tariffs will finally bring some prices down hopefully, like the iPhone, Samsung. 1,000 to 1,200 is ridiculous. Apologies for the very personal question, but were you homeschooled by a pigeon? Cool. Long toenails look 100 times better than short, stubby toenails on women. Ladies, can we stop keeping our toenails so short? You guys are just jealous because she's about to snatch your men up from the skies. Caca! That model sealed your fate, bro. You're not beating the femboy allegations anymore. I hope your diet consists of strictly British cuisine going forward. It's not even that bad. That's not bad at all. What type of insult's this? Where are you from, huh? Those dead soulless eyes. Like he was a seagull in the past life. I had no Alfredo sauce, so I used mayonnaise and cheddar cheese. I hope this made your credit score go down. Neurotypical people aren't as cool as you. I can take the truth. I mean, I don't know any neurotypical people that are obsessed with Sniper Scout. Soft bone? What? Wait, no. Nah, man, I don't steal your tweets. I steal your women. So that's why you're still alone. 23, bored at work. Burn me like a forest fire. You're definitely in my league. Did you just put yourself in a mid-off with me? I really wish I could stop farting out of my butt. The human activity of writing, expressing language with symbols and marks, was independently invented thousands of years ago by people in Mesopotamia, Egypt, China, southern Mexico, and Guatemala. Today, their hard work finally paid off. Looks like her tummy hurts, but she's trying to be brave and power through it. Jelly Roll makes music for people who have tattoos of their children, but don't have custody of them. Okay, I won't tell you what I did, but here are some things that happened to me. Rested her head on my shoulder while we were studying. I didn't know. Kissed me when I gave her a gift. I didn't know. Asked me what I wanted to do if hypothetically we were on a date. I didn't know. Cuddled on the same bed. I was starting to suspect, but I didn't make a move. That was damn embarrassing. Brother might be denser than a neutron star. Black hole is a whole lot brighter than this. I feel like this guy smells like the inside of a pumpkin. I'm gonna be a dad. He looks like a kindergarten teacher, talking to parents about their first Thanksgiving play. My dad won't remove the plastic cover from his dash screen. He bought the car a year ago. The last time he took off the protective cover, he had a kid. Can you believe that it's been 2 years? He looks like if Tyler Vitelli and Ryan Gosling had a child. Is there any special lady in your life? No, there's not. In fact, I've probably broken a record for the least amount of doing the deed for a person who has his own television show. Probably broke yours. On my 3 years in Reddit and lurking in pretty much all subreddits, I have realized that the majority of Redditors are absolutely stupid, whether they are right or wrong. Opens Instagram. Yep, everyone's life is still better than mine. Closes Instagram. Opens Twitter. Yeah, Yes, my fellow trash brethren. The fact that Head & Shoulders doesn't have a body wash called Knees and Toes disappoints me as much as I disappoint my parents. Oh, almost. Nearly. With Christy, Sydney Sweeney racked up 3 box office flops. Maybe we should swap usernames. Girl flopping. Reddit is a place full of people that aren't smart. Your post must be an unpopular opinion. Removed. When she wants to put on white noise. She looks like a female Asian David Schwimmer. I dress up when working from home. I've seen fewer filters in a carton of Marlboros. Toxic salts. Yes, I forgot about Tupperware's material. If you're putting Tupperware on the grill, I don't think the chemicals can do much more damage to your brain. Trent and his girlfriend. She could drink a pint of milk and it would be out of date by the time it reaches her stomach. Perry Farrell looks like a 60-year-old lesbian art teacher. How can he look like a camel in human form? I thought that was Justin Bieber's wife, or I forgot her name. If you take any longer, he'd be late. The risk reward. Is it enough? Whacker bad. Were you trying to write a haiku? I think they were having a stroku. He looks like he's going to be reincarnated as a gas station knife. I was like, damn, look at them knees, and then I realized the cold, dark truth. A butt is so flat, it's an optical illusion. A butt is so obviously flat, there's an entire society formed to prove it's round. Somewhere, a subreddit is going unmoderated. Why must I keep seeing these 2 canola oil bottles? Okay, but can he actually describe what woke means without sounding like a thesaurus having a seizure? I haven't been in a Marshall's in years. Not Paul. You're there now. Sorry about your dad getting laid off. You look like a Milky Boy bar. Is that Gordon Ramsay? I burnt the glizzy, man. I want that one that looks like Harvey Dent. 5'2" male. Short. Your Reddit avatar looks like Justin Timberlake in his noodle hair era. Silence, peasant. I'm broke too. What do you do with your money, man? The hell? What do you do with your money? My money is my business. Don't worry about mine. Worry about yours. Every month, my friend comes asking me for money. He's decent and pays me back on time whenever I send him some. I had to say no today for the last time, and this is his response. Every month? That's not a friend. That's a subscription. You're a sneeze away from death, and you want to spend it being rude to a person? He looks like he drops common loot when defeated. Leather tunic and 3 gold pieces, Go do yourself with a cactus laced in salt. Thank you. What do you all mean Wednesday? That's not even a whole day. Americans spend $1 trillion on defense. Where is it? You look like Spider-Man if he was Canadian. 2001 Hairstyle dude was thinking the same. Dude is Matthew Perry if Matthew Perry was Alex Jones. Hey, I'm a co-developer of this game and I really appreciate you playing it. It looks like you're having some fun too. That's really great. However, we never intended that players will struggle this much. I would advise you to look up some guides online because you are completely clueless and probably our worst player ever so far. Does your enormous forehead make you smarter? Yes, it grew after those 2 MIT degrees. But William, Billy, can I call you Billy? Billy, I'm going to need you to be absolutely for real right now. What is MGK doing? He looks like his cigarette butt came to life. Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau are officially dating. This pairing is so 5th season of a TV show, and the writers ran out of ideas coded. There's a girl at my job, and I made the joke today that she seems like the type who had parents that would let her sing to the whole restaurant as a kid. The algorithm really did its thing bringing me this. Oh, is this the girl? He's a mix of the whole cast of Stranger Things. He looks like the kid from Gravity. I can't believe I forgot his name. You drank a lot of bleach when you were younger, right? What in the Kentucky Fried Frick was that? You cabbage-brained idiot. You tell me I drank bleach as a kid when you can't spell were, right? Go away. You're a 10-watt bulb in a 200-watt socket. That has to be the biggest neck I've ever seen. He went for a tattoo on his neck, and they just charged him for a sleeve. I can't wait for you to visit Barnsley. I'll fill you in. Silly idiot. I'll Chinese burn your neck. Ryan, all jokes aside, mate, I would actually do you in. I'd hide in the back of the net. You'd never even find me. Why, the flat design era is finally over. Bro is built like a bowling pin with a mustache. What decade does my hairstyle look like it belongs in? Looks like he pulled hair from a drain and put it on his head. The Rock versus the Stone. She is the type of girl to buy a water bottle and go to the ocean to set it free. A message to our competitors. We're not going anywhere. 3 years we buy you for $500 and make you a not safe for work company. Looks like she got in a car wreck with a tackle box on the dashboard. Noah's Ark couldn't carry these animals. My teammates lack a frontal lobe and seem to have been lobotomized. Your bird does gun fingers at a KSI concert. What is going on with the pasta? This is the kind of guy that likes eating Snickers upside down. So the chocolate vein runs against... Bro, what? The look on her face when following the finger was priceless. IQ of a bean and cheese burrito from 7-Eleven. Ghost town in UK. Waterlooville is the sort of place you feel overdressed with both of your ears. You win the prize. Who needs sunglasses when you have eye winnings? I was lifeguarding and a little boy threw his ball out of the water and his mum goes, "Maybe if you ask the pretty lifeguard, she will grab the ball for you." This kid looked me dead in the eye and goes, "Where's the pretty one?" How do you turn 0? Neurologists would whistle like mechanics if they saw your brain. It's comical. Women complain about how hard it is to find a good man. Bro's made of pre-something. I definitely thought the second guy was Russell Crowe in a Johnny Depp costume. It is not. He's like the most bullseye-like human I've ever seen. When a dude in Denver almost hit my car, then yelled at me, "Watch it, pronouns." He didn't she/them there. 51-year-old Trick Daddy says he's not attracted to women over 35. You women are damaged goods. The irony of men who look like a collapsed recliner talking about damaged goods is wild. Trick is built like expired milk left in the car during July, but somehow women over 35 are the problem. A customer asked for brown bread, and I didn't hear them, so I said, "You're having sourdough?" But forgot to ask it like a question, and she just said okay. Lil Pump is the type of guy to buy some money. Lil Pump the type of dude to wake you up to ask if you're asleep. Why are all virgins convinced they are great lovers? I used to be convinced I was great at hurting myself, but look how that turned out. Thinking about the time a guy on Grindr asked me to humiliate him for his tiny peepee, and it was the same size as mine. Loki manages to look like caveman SpongeBob, a Gumby from Monty Python, and a dog who was just shown a magic trick. Sorry, English? Oh, you are English. I says, "Your eyes are not beautiful." They're not? Yes, of course. That's not very nice. Sorry to tell you, but it's the reality. Damn, so they were just trying to be mean to you. It's not even like flirting. What? Here in Germany, we still find World War II bombs that didn't explode yet. But in Britain, you guys don't have the struggles. And you know why? Because our bombs were made in Germany. Know what your biggest fear is a roleplay game? Getting hacked. It's not that it's my biggest fear. It's not that it's up that it's, what the frick? It's up that not my biggest fear, at least it's just my smallest fear, duh. I could understand alphabet soup better than you.